Good morning, I'm Maria from the Rich and Simple Living. It's Tuesday, so I've come on to do a quick vlog like I said I would. Not got nothing spectacular happened since our day out at Cork Abbey. We've just been busy all weekend doing decorating. Still on the kitchen at the moment. It's been a very long job painting all these units. Excuse me a minute. I haven't taken my hay fever tablet today. I keep saying I'm going to take it in a minute. And then I go on doing something else and I haven't taken it yet. So I'm getting runny eyes, sneezes, coughing. So yeah, as I was saying, over the weekend we just have been working in the kitchen. It's really a long job. Everywhere's upside down. It's very stressful. In fact, so much so that Dean has taken time off work. He hasn't been to work this week because we've just got to get on top of it and move on to the next room. Got the fridge freezer coming tomorrow, so that he's got to get some tiling down on the floor. And at the moment it's just all a mess and cluttered, so oh dear. I'll probably show you that in a minute, how he's looking at the moment. This morning, last night he finished painting all of the cupboards. It has literally taken days and days and days because you've got to do so many coats and you've got to wait for them to dry, and it just takes so much time. And then the worst thing was the little cupboard knobs on the doors. They were the last things to be painted, so we sort of dipped them, painted them, dipped them, and put one and goes, don't touch the knobs on the doors. And of course I forgot. So I ended up covered in paint. That had to be redone. Oh dear me. That's been more of a nightmare than painting the actual cupboards. So yeah, I'll show you that in a minute because I want to take it out in the garden and we've got to go through the kitchen anyway, so I'll show you what that's like. I'm going to tell you what's happening in the garden before I actually show you, because I'm not going to do any sound in the garden because the neighbours are out, they've got music on, and of course I've got to worry about copyright and things like that. If it picks up, which it will pick up all the music, and they're chattering quite loudly because I think they're doing some building work as well in the garden. And so I will, what I'll probably do, I'll tell you now what I'm going to show you, and I'll just show you, just give you a little tour around the garden in silence, and I'll perhaps put some music to it. I'll get Sian to do that because although I'm learning to edit, I don't know how to do the music bit, to add music. So yeah, well, that's the best way to do it, I think, for the time being anyway. Well, I did think this morning, it was really quiet at 6 o'clock this morning. I thought, shall I nip out and do my vlog? And I thought, no, can't be bothered to move. I was in bed. So I didn't move. So yeah, I didn't move until it was time to get Sian for school in. And we got up about 9:30. But she's done all her morning schoolwork. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You do get it all done so quickly. It's amazing. It makes me wonder what they actually did at school, that it took them, they need an hour for this and an hour for that, and doing this and doing that. And I'm thinking, how does it take them so long? I suppose it's because they've got a lot of children to get around, I don't know, whereas it's one-on-one with me and Sian. But this morning she's done English, punctuation, grammar. She's done maths. She has done some reading. What else has she done? Oh, she's been doing about the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. She's done that. And geography. She's done geography. So she's going to do her art this afternoon, because afternoon she does a self-led. She picks what she wants to do in the afternoon, and she hasn't done art for a few days. Well, she has been doing art herself, but she wants to do it again. I know what I mean. In a school book this time. She's been doing it sort of in her own books, but what school and what's her own really now? I don't know. It's all the same really, isn't it? So yeah, but she's going to do that this afternoon. She's got some ideas and she wants to do. So yeah, I was just telling you about the garden. Yeah, I'm going to, not giving you a full tour of the garden, I'll just give you a quick show. I'll think what's out there and I'll tell you, and hopefully I won't miss nothing. Strawberries, I'll show you the strawberries. And they're coming on lovely, flowers, and I've got strawberries forming as well. They're on the ones that are in the pots. The ones, my new ones, they're just small and tiny at the moment. I don't think they'll do nothing until next year. Certainly won't have strawberries till next year. But it's good, they're thriving, and you know, they've started off, so next year I can look forward to some sweet strawberries for Sian, because she says ones in the pot are bitter. So, but they're all right in crumbles. I mean, I eat them as they come, straight off the plant. But I don't mind bitter. I'm not a sugar lover. But I can pop them in crumbles and things like that for desserts. Well, when I get the kitchen back anyway. But the strawberries aren't ready yet. They're just forming. So I'm going to show you them in the pots. There's nothing else on that side patio that I will show you. It's just all the flowers, and the raspberries are coming on. Not a lot different than what I showed you when we did the garden tour for the end of May. So they've not altered much since then, but the strawberries are coming on, so I will show you them. I'll take you up into the greenhouse, show you what the tomatoes are looking like now, and the cucumber plants. Did lose one cucumber plant, but I did have a spare one that had come through, because I only wanted 2. Well, there were 6 seeds to the packets. I thought I'll plant 3, and then I've got 3 to plant for next year then, or if I needed to plant them if they hadn't come through, you know. But 3 did come through, but 1 has died, and the other 2 are doing great so far. But I'll show you that, you'll see that. I've also picked out 3 peppers, put them into little pots that do need potting on. So that's a job I'm going to be doing. I'll show you the 3 peppers, and I'm going to pot them on into the forever pots, so to speak, for the summer anyway. So, and they will go outside then, because it's so nice again now. It's good to say that. It's been so long saying about the rain. It's lovely to say it's nice out. Oh, and when we go out, thinking of nice, they've got the pool up, put the pool up. So I'll show you the big pool. They're going to go in that later. So it's all up and ready. So there's that. I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. I'll show you in the garden side. There's now all my Swedes have all come up and all clumped together. I've got to pull a lot of them up. But in the tins baths, I'll show you them. They're not as good as what have come up in the garden. I'm thinking I might plant them directly in there next year. But they're going to take some time. Plus the sun comes on them in the afternoon. The sun's full on them there. So I've got to get some more fleece to go over them, to shade them, and to keep the butterflies, caterpillars off, because they'll lay eggs on there and they'll eat them. So what I might do as well, I've got to pull a few more of them up, replace some of the dead ones in the bath, and I do think I can fit a couple of extra in there, so I need to thin all them out. Parsnips, I think there's more weed coming up than parsnip. They don't seem to be doing so well. So I did tell you once before about the potato bags I'd got. I got a couple like long ones rather, because the ones I've got potatoes in are round at the moment, and they're doing well as well. I'll need to just top them right to the top now. But I've got a couple of long ones, and I'm thinking, I might fill them with some compost and just sprinkle a few parsnip seeds in them and see how they do, because they go on through winter, so it doesn't matter that they've gone in a bit later. So there's that. The onions, they're okay, they're coming on, but I think I prefer onion sets. I don't think I'll do seed again. They're very slow. I mean, they are coming on, but slowly. They're not as fast as an onion set. It looks like the cat's trod on one, bent one as well, because we've took all of the netting off now. I think that was on when I did the collab, but it's off now. We took all that off because they've grown too big for it, basically. But I've since got some, I just said the word as well, fleece, some fleece. And I ordered 2 metre by 5 metre piece. And now that's gone one length of half of the garden. So today I've ordered 2 more pieces, so I can do the other half of the garden, which you'll see what I mean when I show you outside. And then the other one I'm going to put over the tin baths for the Swede. So yeah, everything's coming on in there. The cabbages, cauliflowers, everything is doing really good. It's growing perfect. It's just a case now of keeping the butterflies off. I've not seen no butterflies yet, but having said that, my lettuces are ready because they're only little gems. I'll show you, but they're not, they don't look as big as normal ones because they're just like mini gem lettuces, little small ones they are, miniature ones. And I had a couple last night for tea because we had salad and they were all right. But I did notice when I was cleaning them, there was a caterpillar on one of them. So although I don't have big caterpillar problems with lettuce because they're never in the garden long enough anyway, but it means that if they're there, they're either on the others or they very shortly will be. So that's why I've ordered a fleece, got to get them covered up quick to keep insects out. And the fleece is supposedly good. It stops them getting too hot as well. And if it's cold, it will stop them getting too cold. And also it lets the rain in. So I'm hoping, I've never tried it before, so I'm hoping that it does everything it says and it's perfect. I don't know how many different things I've put over these vegetables. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Goodness. I just don't know. Something will work. And I'm making note of my gardening book what works and what I want to go with next year. So next year I won't mess around. I'll know exactly what I want. The raspberry canes are still the same. I've still lost some. They're not, so they're not growing, but they're looking healthy as far as they have grown. Don't think we'll get raspberries off them this year. It's the first year, so I expect better next year. And maybe the other raspberries will appear. I don't know, because raspberries spread anyway, don't they? So it's not a major worry as long as they keep growing the ones I've got and they keep healthy. Like I say, all the cabbages and everything's okay. Broccoli, cauliflower, and the Brussels sprouts are all okay. Leeks are very spindly, not really doing much. There's not many of them, but then like I say, we don't really eat a lot of leeks. So as long as I don't lose the ones I've got, I'll be happy with them. Peas, they're coming on good. The peas, we planted some straight in the ground and they're coming on, they look healthier actually than the ones that I grew in the greenhouse. So a note to oneself in my gardening book was to make sure I put the peas straight in the ground next year and not bother doing them in the greenhouse first. I have lost one pea, it looks all dried out. Don't know whether the sun has done it or I don't know. It has been covered up till recently, so I don't think animals have been on it. But he just took the netting off this week. We've kept the netting over the carrots because we've got 2 lovely rows of carrots coming on. The runner beans are okay. They don't look, they look a bit tired looking, I think. I think it's all the rain they had and now the sun's beating on them. So I've got to make sure they're watered well with the sun. But they're growing, and that's the main thing, they're growing. They're going up the poles. Oh, and the sweet corn's coming on. That's finally looking better. Going to get some sticks against that, I think. That's something else I've got to do. They're still under cover at the moment. I did lose one. One still looks a bit spindly, but the others are coming fine. So I didn't have to plant any more in the end. So yes, pumpkins are out there on the front garden. We have to remember to water them, otherwise we forget because they're not with everything else. So they're out on the front. And I think that's it. Got a few cherries coming on the tree, not many. And my apple and my pear, not my new ones, obviously. The ones I had previously. They are laden this year with pears and apples. I mean, absolutely laden with it, especially the apples. So providing we don't get heavy winds that blow them all off or they don't rot or anything happens between now and autumn time, we're going to have some lovely apples, I think, some great apples. And pears. So yeah, all's looking good there, but I won't go on the front today. But what I'm going to do now, we'll go via the kitchen, so I'll give you a quick show of the kitchen, what the units look like and what's happening as we go outside. And I won't talk outside that. I'll see if Sian can edit a bit of music over it or something. We'll see. So yeah, we'll go and do that now then. Right, coming into the kitchen. I don't know if the lighting's any good to show you, and I've got to try and trend because there's tools all everywhere. So that's what the top cupboard there looks like, and the tiles, and bottom cupboards, things have been put back in. We've got this bit to do yet as well. That's got to be altered yet. That'll be the last job I think well, I'll say last job, tiles in here on the floor will be the last job. So, because my kitchen's not very big, I can't stand back enough to show you. So, that's what it looks like. Sides are a bit cluttered at the minute. And the top one. Oh, that's better. So, that's how that's looking at the minute. Tiles. Down here, I've just been painted white. Painting me a cabinet so I can put it there. Put things on, and then when my fridge freezer comes, that's going down there. And I've got a dresser that you've probably seen behind me in the back room that hopefully will fit on that side wall. I'm going to start the flooring in here next, and ready for that coming tomorrow. Sort all this wiring out round and about as well. So yeah, it looks upside down, but I can see how it's slowly taking shape. Slowly. Right, we'll go outside now then, and I'll just show you around there.